What are your thoughts about completely legalizing marijuana everywhere? It should never have been illegal. Free the weed. People are gonna smoke weed regardless whether it's legal or not. Might as well legalize it. Tax it and use that money to fund hospitals or similar. The stigma behind it being for hippies or losers should stay in the 70s where it belongs. For it. It's good for economy, and the people who would smoke marijuana if it was legalized only don't do it currently because they're in prison for owning marijuana. Legalization of marijuana has actually cut the weed profits of the Sinaloa cartel by 85%. Should have been done years ago. There are too many people behind bars because of marijuana. Legalize it, tax it, and move on. Should be and always have been legal. More damage done by chemicals in cigarettes and pharmaceutical drugs than weed. The environmental impact is becoming too important to ignore. The legalization of marijuana would be a big boost for the propagation of hemp products. And NBSP. Cotton still accounts for the largest percentage of pesticide use in the U.S., whereas hemp barely uses any. And NBSP. Trees are only 33% cellulose, where hemp is 77%, making hemp paper the better choice. And NBSP. It's time for the DuPont-sponsored fear of this plant to be eradicated, and the transition to alternative products to start. It's a miracle. It should be made legal everywhere. It is far better than smoking tobacco or drinking alcohol, which both are addictive and poisonous. When I get to Tahiti, I hope to spend most of my time smoking this instead of cigarettes and drinking bourbon. Not that it makes a difference for me, but it would be great. Do it. I'd love to be able to buy one joint every now and then. I can't be trusted with a whole bag. I have no self-restraint, lol. It already is in my country. Everything is fine. It's about time. Do it! Exclamation mark. Should been done a long time ago. Legalize all drugs. They did it in Canada, and besides seeing weed shops all over the place, it doesn't seem to have made any difference at all to anything. Prohibition has never worked anywhere. So you might as well legalize and commercialize it. Canada did. Great for taxes. Legalize it. That way we could tax it and control the quality. And I'd be able to start smoking on the weekend to decompress. I feel that if alcohol is legal, marijuana should definitely be, too. Legalize it and I'll advertise it for it massively. I don't smoke it, but it's far less harmful than alcohol. It would bring in a lot of tax too. People will do it regardless, as it's pretty much decriminalized. Everything should be legal. Less government is better for everything. And people themselves can regulate their own usage. Reddit. What are your thoughts on popular topic everyone on Reddit already agrees on? I don't hate it. I just hate inconsiderate people with it. Especially in multi-unit housing. It could seep in through your wall outlets. And that smell is impossible to get removed. And if they dispose of it incorrectly, then the dogs could eat it and make them sick or die. Those who lace it. If you're responsible with it, legalize it. I don't give duck what the hell you do with it. Good idea. I think people are using too much and in a wrong way, especially because it's illegal and therefore they are uninformed. They also see it as a forbidden fruit, and they see it as something more than it is. It's just a plant, nothing more, nothing less. The thought is just as horrifying to me as legalizing amphetamine or crystal meth. I have nothing wrong with it. I support the legalizing of this stuff. Mainly 'cause I don't wanna be arrested. I am tired of Missouri. Need I say more? Living in Canada after legalization. As a big smoker no less. I am genuinely surprised at how many dispensaries there are. How could the demand possibly be that high? It worked so well for alcohol. Not only should weed be legal, but everyone who is currently incarcerated for weed-related charges needs to be freed. Spark up motherfuckers. It will be like the city of Amsterdam, Cyril Alway it. I am not for legalizing it. But I am for putting more resources towards preventing addiction and helping those addicted. This would include the state taking over the distribution of drugs to those addicted. To minimize the negative impact the process of procuring the drugs has on the addicted and society as a whole. No, never. Legal to buy and smoke in your own home, etc. Private places, etc. I am all for. It has to have the same or similar guidelines as alcohol and smoking tobacco. I do not want to be working with someone who keeps popping out for a joint. Nah. Cuts into my pocketbook too much if it can be bought at any place. #don't legalize it.